not sure where to start with this, but I would like to talk about my flight with Delta. It really wasn't the. It doesn't have a. Oh my god, this angle. I think it's this bathing suit. Literally. Like, I literally don't even look like that. Like, maybe I do. I don't know. I'm not understanding the way this bathing suit hugs me. It, like, pushes my stomach out literally, but whatever, that's fine. This was my first time flying. It has a good ending, I guess. Some might think it was good. Some might think I could have gotten better. But sometimes from far away, I feel like I'm not even going to say it out loud. Anyways. Okay, so I went home to visit, and wow, I'm like really not liking this angle at all. I feel like I look awful. Maybe it's the lack of things behind me. I'm not sure. So whatever. So we get on this flight, me and the baby, and Valentine did a great fucking job. Like, he was awesome. He wasn't crying. He wasn't upset. Like, but our first flight got delayed. We're going from Cincinnati to Buffalo, mind you. So I get there at like 2 because I'm supposed to be boarding at like 3:15, and it gets delayed to like 4. Then it gets delayed to like 4:30. Then it gets delayed to like 5. Then it gets delayed to like 5:30. So I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, are we even gonna make it? Like, whatever. And I have a connecting flight in Detroit. There is no straight through, I guess. I tried. And this was supposed to be the fastest way. It's a 6.5 hour drive. I'm like, not driving with him when this can be a 3.5 hour flight situation. Which, if they had a straight through, it would literally only be an hour. So the whole thing is kind of ridiculous. So, again, whatever. We finally get on. And the flight attendants were great. They were super nice. And we're on the flight, and you know, they're like asking me about breastfeeding, asking me about the baby, like whatever. And then the one flight attendant comes up to me, mind you, my next flight is pretty much going to be like right after that. So I'm thinking, and then there's also, just in case I missed that one, there was another one. There was like 2 other flights after mine. There was like a 7 and 8, and then it was like a 10 o'clock Buffalo flight. It was something like that. There was 3 other flights. So I'm like, whatever, I'll be fine either way. This fucking sucks, but I'll be fine. She comes up to me and tells me, oh, like, your next connecting flight isn't for 12 hours. I was like, no. While I'm mid-air, mid-flight. So basically telling me, you and your 3-month-old child with only your diaper bag are stuck in fucking Detroit. And I was like, I'm literally going to start freaking out. So, like, we're going to help you, da-da-da-da. We get to the gate. We ask the guy. He's like, oh, go to the help center. And the other person comes up and they're like, you told us to go to the help center. Nobody's there and the phones aren't working. So what are we supposed to do too? Because there was other people who were stuck as well. And they were like, oh, we need to get to where we need to go. So then they take us to this other help desk, and they're just like completely bombarded with people because I guess there's a bunch of delays for like thunderstorms or whatever. And I'm just sitting there like freaking out, like freaking the fuck out, because I'm like, I'm not staying in Detroit with my 3-month-old. I don't know anybody in Detroit. Sorry if you're from Detroit. I'm not trying to get acquainted with Detroit. I'm not a huge fan. I know nothing about the city. I have no fucking reason to go there. And I don't want to be there with my 3-month-old alone, especially after, like, right before this trip. I literally got followed around Walmart, and thank God I was with a group of people because this motherfucker was about to snatch us. So, no, I'm not staying in a fucking city I'm not from, whatever. So they were saying, like, they would offer me a hotel and whatever, and I'm like, I don't have a car. Like, what if I don't have extra money to make any extra trips? Like, no, I want to go home. I want to go to Buffalo. So there's 2 other people waiting too, and they were actually trying to get to Canada. Buffalo and Canada are like really close. And the one girl's like, yeah, I only came here to get vaccinated. And I'm just like, cool. I literally don't fucking care. Like, I'm freaking out. I'm like, I'm stuck in Detroit with a 3-month-old. I fucking don't care. And then the other guy's like, yeah, I got a limo waiting for me in Buffalo to take me over to Canada. I don't care. I don't care. So they're kikiing, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then they offer us these standby tickets. Well, they didn't offer me. They were talking to them. They were pretty much fucking ignoring me because I had like a really pissy attitude. I was really freaking out because that's how I kind of express my emotions. Like, if I'm sad, I'm angry. If I'm anything other than happy, I'm angry or laughing. Like, literally. So I'm like freaking out. I hear the guy saying like, oh, she's not gonna get help that way. Fuck you. I'm sitting here with a fucking 3-month-old. The guy that works for Delta. Like, oh, she's not gonna get anywhere. Because I was on the phone with my boyfriend. He's like, am I gonna have to come and get you? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. I don't know what's going on. Like, we're all sitting here trying to figure it the fuck out. And I was getting kind of loud because I'm getting scared and frustrated. And I hear him say, oh, she ain't gonna get any help, you know, acting like that or whatever. And I was like, fuck you, fuck Detroit. Like, I'm not fucking staying here. So I literally started fucking crying, and because the one guy came up to me and he's like, well, maybe the limo guy, a part of this little party, Canadian party, is like, oh, well, maybe it's good if you stay here with your baby, stay in a hotel for the night and relax. I said, don't fucking tell me what would be good for me and my 3-month-old. Get the fuck out of my face. Like, literally what? Like, no, he should be, the way I planned it out is he should have been in bed in like fucking an hour. Like, it should have been perfect. Like, now he's getting fussy. I'm fucking freaking out because I'm going to be stuck here. So hours are fucking going by. I start fucking crying, and then finally the guy brings me a ticket. His name isn't spelled right on his ticket, and it's just a standby ticket. So I'm walking around fucking starving. He doesn't want to be in the fucking carrier, so I'm literally holding him, like, weak, like, shaking. I breastfeed. I need to eat. Like, I'm like, I fucking need to eat something. Like, I'm walking around the fucking Detroit airline literally in tears at this point. Mind you, this guy didn't give me the standby ticket until I started crying. That's when I finally got help. So I'm literally, like, sobbing through the Detroit airport, like, fucking shaking, carrying my fucking baby around the Detroit airport. Like, I might get this 10 o'clock standby flight, but probably not. And I'll probably have to stay in Detroit for the night. So I'm walking around, I see the two fucking Miss Vaccine girl who just came to the U.S. to get vaccinated, and a limo guy fucking sitting there at the standby flight for the Buffalo flight, and I'm like, fuck this. And I see a random Delta person walking away, and I said, how close can you get me to Buffalo? I'm like, mind you, I'm still in tears. I'm like, how close can you fucking get me to Buffalo? Like, please, how close can you get me to Buffalo? Just anything. And she takes me over to the thing. She's like, well, I can get you to Rochester at, like, 10 o'clock. And I was like, fine. Fucking any. Like, I'm actually trying to go to Buffalo, not Canada, so thanks. So, because I'm like, I'm not sitting there in the standby with these fucking idiots. Like, I have a baby. Like, and I'm, like, I was so fucking over their conversation. Like, so fucking annoyed. Like, the fact that the guy fucking came up to me talking about, oh, maybe it would be good for you and your baby to stay in a hotel. Yeah, you think it'd be good for a young girl and a 3-month-old to stay in a hotel in Detroit where they know nobody? Fuck you. Shut the fuck up. Like, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? The hell? Get the fuck away from me. So, whatever. So I go to where it says the gate for that is, which is on the complete other end of the airport. This airport apparently doesn't have like the little like golf cart taxi things where people can drive you around. Nobody offered to push me or anything with the baby. I'm like literally sobbing walking to the other end. I get all the way to the opposite end of the airport, which took forever. It was literally the opposite end, like all the way, like fucking I'm hitting the end of the windows. Just for the lady to tell me that the gate was all the way back where I came from. So I immediately like broke down, sat down, and started sobbing. She was like, I'm sorry. Like, didn't give a fuck. She was like, oops. Like, sobbing, have to walk out. And mind you, I was going to go to McDonald's on my way to this end, but I didn't because I was like, I just want to make it there. I just want to sit down. So I'm fucking starving. Plus the McDonald's line was like fucking long as hell. So finally, I walk into the sandwich shop on my way back. I'm in fucking tears. This guy offers to pay for my food, but I'm like, I'm not looking for a handout, but like, that was super sweet. So I paid for his food, and he was like, no, really? And I'm like, no, like, I'm not looking for a handout. I'm just like super fucking stressed out. Like, I just want to go home, and like, I'm fucking crying. I look like ridiculous. So then I'm on the escalator to fucking on my way to walk back to the other end, sandwich in hand, bag, fucking holder, and baby, because baby doesn't want to be fucking in the holder, just sobbing down the escalator. And this lady was like, can I please help you? And I was like, oh, it's okay. Like, I'm just having a really fucking horrible day. This is like 5 hours have gone by. Like, I'm just living in a fucking nightmare. And fucking all of Delta was basically just like, fuck you. Like, the fact that I even got that Rochester flight, like, I had to fucking hunt this lady down and be like, just get me as close to Buffalo, please. Like, I'm sitting here with my 3-month-old. Like, this is fucking ridiculous. So she helps me. She was a fucking angel. She walks me. I tell her, like, about what happened. She was like, oh, my God, that's fucking awful. Like, nobody offered to wheel you around. I was like, no. I'm, like, openly sobbing through the airport. Like, people are looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. They probably think I'm, like, a meth head. Like, who knows? And she helped carry everything else, and I just carried Valentine. And she was super sweet. She asked me if I need anything. I was like, no, I'm just going to sit here and eat my sandwich and wait for this fucking plane to come and whatever. So when we get on this second plane and like I'm sitting next to this girl who's like cussing her boyfriend out, and I'm like, great, because now Valentine's gonna be cranky. Mind you, this plane also got delayed. So I didn't get on this plane till like almost 11 o'clock at night. I didn't get in Detroit till about, or not Detroit, I didn't get into Rochester till about 12. Valentine screamed for like the first 5 minutes of the flight and then was fucking out, which on the way home, everything went as planned. He didn't cry at all. Like, we were literally, it was just such a stressful fucking goddamn day. Like, it was awful. So, whatever, we finally get into Rochester. My fucking bags aren't even there. My bags ended up being in Buffalo. So I had to come the next. Anyways, child, my shit just stopped recording and I thought I didn't save, but it did. Anyways, my bags were in Buffalo the next day. And, here, so, but I need to finish this. I'm sorry, I literally don't ever get ready to do shit, and I need to fucking finish this video. Anyways, so yeah, so I basically called Delta like the day before my returning flight because it was a round trip, and I was like, hey, this is what happened, I just want half of a refund. And then he was like, okay, I'll talk to my manager, blah, blah. Mind you, I was on hold for 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours. It was fucking insane. So I was like, yeah, like whatever. And they were like, oh, well, we can just like credit you a flight. I said, you're lucky I'm not asking for a full refund. I sat on hold for 3.5 hours and got literally tortured by your airline. No. So I would like half of a refund, please, and thank you. And I was just kind of like passive aggressive, but still nice about it. And I got my refund. So yeah. I can't really say anything bad because, yes, I didn't get a full refund, which I probably should have because even though I did take the first flight, it was fucking hell. But I did get a half refund, and I didn't have to pay for a flight that I didn't take. So, kind of all worked out in the end. My landlord's fixing the door. So, I gotta go. Anyways, I wasn't comfortable with how I left that last video. My landlord left, fixed a couple things. Anyways, that's what happened with Delta. Right, Boogie? It was awful. But I can't really say it was awful because they did fix the problem. But if I wasn't a passive-aggressive bitch, I would have got pushed over. So, I don't know. You can kind of look at it how you want. I hate to be so forward, but that's the truth. Like, if I was anybody else, like some Tim, first off, who the fuck would sit on hold for 3.5 hours? 3.5 fucking hours. Like that, I swear to God, they do that shit on purpose. So eventually you hang up, like, I'm not fucking dealing with this. This is ridiculous. But I was like, bitch, I am lower middle class. I'm getting my fucking money back. Thank you. So, it worked out good. But it worked out good because I'm a fucking asshole. And why does me not allowing myself to get fucking walked on by corporates make me a fucking asshole? You're a fucking asshole for making people wait on hold for fucking 3.5 hours. God knows how much longer others have fucking sat on hold for their money to speak to somebody. Airlines make so much money. If fucking a Geico representative can get on the phone with me faster, or somebody that works for unemployment or the state, get it together. It's a fucking scam. It's sloppy, it's messy, and it really doesn't make any fucking sense. But other than that, I was satisfied.